YouTube. I'm Chrolic, and today I'm bringing you GamersGoMakers. Now, this is a fun little game about making games. Now, if you're thinking about, I've heard about that before. I've seen a game like this before. You probably have. There's one out there called Game Dev Tycoon, which basically they're much alike. Now, I'm trying to answer your question, but is GamersGoMakers worth buying? And well, let's take a look. I've played a bit in the game. As you can see right now, I am in 1982. I've only done this so we can skip some of the early start, and I can show you a bit more functionalities of the game. So let's jump ahead. We have our title screen and now load game, and I believe it was, yeah, that one. So let's just pause it. This is our screen. This is what we got right now. Now, I have done nothing besides developing, researching and training. So developing new game, researching new tech and training myself. Me sitting right there. On the left hand of the screen we have a feature boxes right here, what has happened, and this basically tells us a lot. This right here holds our, right now I've made a game called Heroes of Might and Magic. It is on sales day 43 of 90. Right now I have sold 33,000 units. And if I were training or developing or researching things, it will all appear in the bigger box up here in your left corner. Underneath that one is events popping up, other companies developing games, and well, basically everything. What the trends is, new games. Now, if there's a new thing you can research, like right here it says save game, new research is available, things like that. So it's quite important to keep an eye on this one as well. On the right hand top we have dates followed by a number and a text, which is, as you can see, 14th. We had a minus on our game Heroes of Might and Magic, but we also made some money, and this is I guess for boxes and stuff like that, shipping expenses. So here you can keep tabs of where your money is going. We have our current cash and our fans. So right now I've actually managed to get 1.1 million. I have 5,749 fans. So basically I'm doing good. Now, I saved at this point because now is the time I'm thinking about expanding and actually moving to another place so I can have employees. That's why I wanted to start with you guys here, because everything leading up to this moment is basically the same, and yeah, so that would just take too long. But before we start hiring people, let's just try to create a project so you can get an idea of what is going on. Let's do an RPG. I haven't done that. Let's do a strategy game. You can see the amount of times I've made the games, or that type of game. So that was the last one, Heroes of Might and Magic. So let's do a war strategy game. So you can see right here there's the different consoles, and the one I've used most is, of course, that's the one that's oldest, 1979. There's a new one that I've just started to use, so let's pick that one. Now, what should we call this? cool name for a strategy war game. Alliance. You can use the wand right here. That will randomize names for the game. But I don't like that. Alliance. That's better. Right here it will say if there's any particular trend at the moment. That could be war games, strategy games, or a combination of both. But if it's strategy, if it's RPG, if it's action, adventure, things like that. So then you have a little hint of what to go to. And right now there's nothing significant coming up, but you can see there's a very strong trend for conquistador games coming up. So later on we can choose what kind of game we want to make this strategy war game, what theme it has to be in. So then we have our different options for optimizing our game. Game engine, we have scripting and save game, we have mono, audio and video. I have researched up to 2D first version and a simple AI. Now here's where it gets a bit more interesting. Last time I did a game like this, a strategy war game, I choose these, I can guess, perks or points in this. Now I have researched a bit more, so I have more options than last time. But this was basically what got me 95% rating. So at least I know I have to get a lot of AI, good amount of level design and gameplay is important, but also the UI. That basically means I got 0 points left to spend, and that will give me 81 days of development. So let's try that. Although we are gonna get severely punished because we are only a one-man company right now, and we simply cannot cover all these areas. Not yet, at least. So let's fire it up. Now, next step in our project is we get to choose our storyline. And right now, there's a light trend for jungle games coming up. There's a very heavy, very strong trend for conquistador games. So let's go with the conquistador and make it a, I guess 40k, 50k story budget. It's gonna kick ass. Translate it to, I've started in the US, which means all my games of course will be in English. Now we can translate it to fit other countries at a price. So let's do that. And right here we can adjust these levers to match what amount of violence we want in the game, explicit language and sexual content. So let's tweak that around a bit, like that. So we have our little ghost, Pac-Man ghost right here. Says 13 and onward going percentages. That's how far we are in development. And of course we have the name of the game, what genre and on what console. So you can see I'm programming on Alliance and Alliance, of course, and Heroes of Might and Magic is in day 77 of 90 in sales. So meanwhile, why he does that? Oh, you can see right here, that was what I'm looking for. The game is off market. Now, Heroes of Might and Magic just went off market, and now we got a little "this has happened" report. So we made a good amount of profit and a new sales record. We sold 40k units, 40,000 units. It had a good mix of violence, explicit language and sexual content for this genre, but it could have been done better. So we get a little after sales content feedback from the different countries which it was translated to. So I've also done Germany, Japan and Korea. So you can see the Germans really didn't like the amount of violence I put in the game. They wanted more sexual content though, where the Americans were more pleased with the sexual content. The Japanese really wanted more, and you can see it's different preferences for each country, and you can't hit it spot on with all of them. So you have to basically choose which countries you want to please most. So there you have it. Now these will come in handy when you make another game like the one Heroes of Might and Magic, because then you have something to adjust the levers to. It will help you, it will guide you to do it better. So now we hit 1983 and the Global Game Rating Association has been founded. Now that means all the PEGI and things like that are starting to come in play. They will monitor game industry and introduce an evaluation system to protect children. So, hooray! We just skipped under that one with the game we are making right now, Alliance. Now, a new light trend has happened. This is good because ours is a strategy war game, and it's also conquistadors, which haven't faded yet. So that's also awesome. Now we can make a case for the game. So let's do that. Let's use no, definitely not. Yeah, the sword thingy. Let's use that. We have a map where we can look at different game developers as well. You can see right now I'm the #1 game developer company in the world. So that's nice. But that will probably change because I can't keep making perfect games. I'll probably dump into the top 10 somewhere. But it basically shows you all the other game makers, game developers, and you can have a little bit of information about them just clicking on them and look what kind of games they have made, and how good a percentage they got. So that's awesome. What they are worth, how much they sold, things like that. Market share. How much have I got actually? Nah, that's fine. You can see that was quite a poor. That was even poor. Not that good. So you can see the last 2 games is what really boosted me. Actually, the last 3 games. So let's hope I can keep that up. And see right here, we have a little scroll thingy. I just leveled up to level 2 in content, level design, and game writing. I'm up to level 3. That is actually quite awesome. Of course, you need to get better at everything, but the next thing is to hire employees who will cover the areas which you aren't that great in. So I'm looking for probably one to do AI and UI, maybe some scripting, things like that. So this basically shows you how much you improve on this game. Now, this is the final name. You can see the name you write in the start is sort of a work in progress title name. So we can adjust the game. Right now you can see the average market price for strategy war games is 16. So let's lower it to 16 and add some magazines and radio ads. Done. Now, okay, a new console is coming up. Great. Now we get a short review. Thoughtful Gaming comes up with another almost perfect strategy war game for Commodore G64. Net Stark. So good ratings. We did 91%. That is awesome. Really good. And our publisher, Editor's Choice. Good. Oh, it did. Okay. It's adults only, but I can work with that. I can deal with it. So next up, we want to move to another house. Oh, it got banned in Japan. That's the first time I actually tried that. I haven't played it that much, this game, but that's actually kind of cool. Right, let's visit the estate agent to get another office. That would be a bit over. Let's do that one. It has a running cost of 3,000. I can work with that. Now we have 3 rooms. We have our own. We have 2 spare, which we can equip with. Come on. Yeah, with either design office or development office. And let's do a development office first. And now it says you hire developers and stuff like that. Really awesome. So now we have a development office. This is us, the red guy over here. This gets you to your own office. So let's research world design, and let's wait for that. Oh, this game is actually selling quite good. It's making us a lot of money. Really nice. Really great. We got well designed. Nice. Now we can hire staff. We are looking for game designers. Kirk Richardson and Jackie Martinez. Let's have them both. Oh, it's yeah, they're game designers. I built a development office. Let's get some design office going. Great. And hire staff. We want. Actually, I'm going all in and hiring both of the level 2 guys. Great. And let's try to kick off a new project. Right. Let's do a RPG. I guess I haven't done that yet. No, that's too. Let's do a strategy turn-based. Let's make a. What should we call it? Let's call it. Let's call it Panda. Just because reasons. And launch it on the. I see we have an IBM or IMB PC. Get it. All these names are of course like Game Dev Tycoon, different from the original, so they won't get copyrighted and lawsuited. So let's stick to what we know. Really awesome. Now we got help. each area can have 2 employees, so working on it. So for example, I could have me and another one working on gameplay and so forth and so on, which is awesome. So that is a very basic look at GamersGoMakers. I hope you enjoyed. This game is available at Steam for, I believe, $10. If you ask me, is it worth it? What if I already got Game Dev Tycoon? Is this game worth picking up? And I believe it is, because the guy doing this game, it's a one-man production, is constantly improving, removing bugs and adding stuff, and really it's coming along quite nicely. So I really believe that this has a bit more potential than Game Dev Tycoon. So some areas it already excels Game Dev, and some areas Game Dev is a bit more polished and finished, but then again it has been around for years. So this game is something I really think you should look into, especially for the price being. So until next time, this has been Chrolic. Bye.